anyone. I live in Manchester. I've got two beautiful boys that me and my partner adopted a couple of years back. They are just the most amazing little guys. Our lives have just changed completely since they came home to us, and everything that we do is just around. It's just around them. So I've worked in retail for about 25 years. Came straight out of school. I always had a job in retail. I worked at a little shoe shop. It's my first Saturday job. Did a long stint with Marks and Spencer's. I've stayed in retail all my life. I just love it. I absolutely love it. And I've worked my way up the ladder. I'm a manager at a really busy department store. I've been with this particular business for a couple of years now, and it's just amazing. I love retail. I love the pace of it. I love the people that you meet. I love the teams that I get to work with. I love the customers that you see every day. I love the fact that every day is completely different. So it just provides me with that really different outlook every day. What I think I'm going to work to do is usually completely different every day, and I love that. And then probably about 8 weeks ago, a friend of mine, Miss Dawn Lee, introduced me to the business, and I've kind of not looked back since I got on board with it.
So before we move on from that point, because this leads on nicely, I remember that first meeting with you, and I thought you'd come in to have a look at the business, see what it could do for you, but you had kind of something under
an ulterior motive.
Yeah.
I did. So the way it happened, it's quite a funny story. Dawn's my best friend. I bet she's watching now, and has been for a good 10 years. I'm attracted to really talented people and people that have a really positive outlook. I love that about people, and Dawn's definitely got that. So that's why we always hit it off. We're the best of friends. We're inseparable. And she started posting these really obscure statuses on Facebook about wanting to change her life, her outlook on life, all these positive quotes, setting up her own business. I thought it was a bit bizarre. I thought it was more bizarre because she hadn't spoken to me about it. Mm-hmm. So I messaged her saying, "What's all this about?" And she said, "Oh, I've started my own business." So I was like, "Right." So she said, "Yeah, it's just a bit of extra money. It's going well. You would love it. You should come and get on board with it." So I was like, "Right, what is it?" And when she told me about it, I thought, no. So she said, I'm meeting with my mentor, with Lauren, in a couple of days. Come afterwards and come and meet me, and I'll talk you through it all. So I was like, "Right, okay, what time's your meeting?" She said 11 o'clock. So I said, how long is it? So she'll be done for 1. So I said, "Okay, I'll come for 1 o'clock. So I turned up at 12 o'clock to come and have a good nosy at what was going on and what this Lauren was all about. I'm not sure what her intentions were with my busy mate. So I turned up at 12 o'clock, and do you know what? I was really inspired. So whilst initially I turned up to kind of talk her out of it, I told her that she was being a little bit silly, and I'd kind of done a little bit of homework and read. Obviously, I read up on the company and saw some really positive stuff, but also some really negative stuff. And you always find that, I think, with anything. Yeah. And I immediately just saw the negative, and this is what Dawn was doing. I jumped on the defence because I didn't want her getting into something that she didn't know very much about. Well, actually, it comes out that she has done her homework, and she's got an amazing mentor, and that she's going for it, and she's doing really, really well. And I was really pleased to come on board with her.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, fantastic.
We've not looked back since. We're a great team, Dawn and I.
Yeah, like you said, you're inseparable and you're bouncing really well off each other. It's really good that you can do something together. You've been best friends for so long. You kind of sideline business together.
Definitely.
I don't know if Dawn's watching. I've just had a message to say that our signal is dropping out a little bit. So if anyone can just post a number 1 if you can hear us okay into the comments, and we'll just carry on as normal. But just put a number 1 if you can hear us okay. So with at that point then you were skeptical, obviously you did your research and only had that mental block with the negative stuff, but all that changed once you had an open mind and you come and had a look at what it was about. What was kind of the initial thing then that you thought, right, I could do this, and what did you really want out of it? Because I know you've got a career you absolutely love and that is your passion, but then this as an addition, what could you see that, how could you see that working for you?
I suppose that as I looked into it, you kind of instantly see and hear and watch people's success stories, and you watch how people already had really successful lives and really successful jobs and backgrounds, and people like me with great jobs that they love and they're passionate about, and with families that have just really made it work. And, you know, whilst I was never looking for another career outside of what I do, what this business could offer me in the future, I just think it really excites me. It really excites me. And like I say, whilst I've never been looking for something else, it's just that option there. And it's great to know that. But initially it was that thing that people have just been so incredibly successful with it. And it's just, it's a big thing it's a big thing. And the company has just got some amazing people working with it, and it's incredible. It's incredible. It's so exciting. It's so positive.
Yeah.
It's dead exciting. I love it.
Oh, good. So everyone's putting number ones now. So Laura's put number one for us, so everyone can hear us okay. Just keep putting number ones if you can hear us. I'll give you love hearts on there, just to make sure we're not talking to ourselves, Michael. But that is one of the things. A lot of people, I think we all do it, don't we? No matter what you earn, whether it's a little bit or whether it's a lot or whether it's something in the middle, we all kind of live to our means.
Yeah, definitely.
That kind of normal income is for us. We spend it every month, don't we? So that's something extra to pay for holidays, to pay for days out. And just extras, it doesn't go amiss in a lot of households, and you find that is what attracts a lot of people. So then, what would be some of your tips to kind of fit in this business in? Because you said before that you've got your full-time career in retail. You're also director of shows and performances that you do all the time as well. You've got your two gorgeous boys, and you're running this sideline business on top. So any tips that you may have to fitting this in, and to anyone who's looking at it at a time management, that is definitely one of the main things that people say to me. I'd absolutely love to do it, but I haven't got enough time.
And I think for those people, you've got to stop the excuses. If you want it, and you want it badly enough, even if it is just an extra 50 quid or 100 quid or 200 quid a month, and you want it, and you want it enough, you'll make it work. I always say to people, there's nobody busier than me, because like you say, I've got a full-time job. I work really excessive hours because that's what the job entails. It's what it demands, and I don't mind doing that because that is my job that I love. Like I say, I do musical theatre, or I direct, and that takes up hours and hours of my time every week. And then I've got my boys who I make sure I put to bed every single night, and I'm there every morning when they wake up to pack them off to school. That's my responsibility as a daddy, and I make sure that happens. And I still do manage to fit in maybe 10, 12, sometimes 16 hours a week doing this as well. I make it work. I look for the pockets of time that I can do it. So I think for those people that say, I'd love to do it, but I haven't got the time, it's excuses. So stop with the excuses. That would be my first tip. Get yourself organised. Fill your diary up with all the stuff that you need to do and that you have got commitments for already, and then look for those pockets of time. So like me with the boys, once I put them to bed, I'd probably sit in front of the telly for a bit while I'm going through my script. Going through the script at that time probably wasn't as important because I was doing them both at the same time, so I was doing it half-heartedly. I put my script down, I turn the telly off, and I go and do my business stuff that I want to do. So I'll watch training videos and catch up with online training while I'm ironing. On a Sunday night, I'll do those two things at the same time. I've even watched some training videos while I've been in the bath on the iPad. It's just looking for those opportunities that you can do those things, because you'll find if you sit down with your diary and you fill it up with the things that you've already committed to, there's still pockets that you can fill. I'm lucky enough that I'm able to walk to work. It takes about 25 minutes to walk to work in the morning. So I'll put my earplugs in and I'll listen to some training on the way to work, or I'll send a couple of texts, or I'll make a couple of phone calls. It's dead easy. It's dead easy. When you really look for those opportunities, they're there.
Yeah.
You can fill your time. Those 15 minutes that you find, 2, 3, 4, 5 times a day, they make up those hours, and they are so worthwhile and so beneficial. So yeah.
Yeah.
The last thing.
Oh, go on. Sorry, next one.
The last one is your classroom is anywhere you want it to be. So it's like I said, I'll sit in the bath and listen to training. I'll make my classroom on the way to work, on the walk to work. Even if I'm on the break at work, I'll sit in the corner and I'll send a couple of texts. So you don't have to have an office, and you don't have to physically sit down and do these things. You can do them on the go, in the car, on the way to work. You can be anywhere. So set your classroom up wherever you want it to be.
That's perfect, because if you think, obviously, most of us have got a commute to work. So just say on average, half an hour commute to work there and half an hour back. That's 1 hour a day. That's already 5 hours in the week. And if you think at the weekend, where we're watching mindless TV, which is going to make us no money and make us no to our future, and people can find like a good 10, 15 hours to put in the business, and that is all you need for that extra income, or if you want to take it further. So it's perfect. Like everything you've just said, like in the bath and stuff like that, is brilliant. So my next question to you then, obviously with the boys, everything's a lot of juggling. And I know for you, spending quality time with the boys is really important. But there is stuff that you can kind of bring the kids into as well. I know you like family goal boards and stuff like that. So is there anything that you do get them involved?
All the time. Obviously, they love the products, and they talk about, because the products have just become a daily part of our daily routine. They're there all the time, and they're around all the time. So they know them, they talk about them, which is lovely, and it's so funny the things they come out with. But yeah, definitely goal setting and the things that they want to do, and we do when I initially set up my goal board, and the things that I wanted to achieve over the next 1, 2, 3, 4 to 10 years. They'll help me out with that. So we'll do a bit of cutting and pasting, and we'll colour some pictures in, and it just makes it reality, and it makes me understand that they want things in life as well, and that's important for me, because I'm one of 6 boys, and I grew up with, my parents were grafters, and we didn't have a lot growing up. We didn't have many holidays. We couldn't do some of the things that I really wanted to do as a kid. I have this big thing that stuck with me forever, where I wanted to play piano. I wanted to play the piano, and my parents couldn't afford it, and I get that. But I'd really love for my boys to be able to have hobbies, and for me to be able to afford for them to do it if they wanted to do it and they wanted to pursue those things. That's a really, really big thing for me when I ask them about what they want to do. Really big thing.
Oh, God. So tell me a little bit more, like what else with this extra income now that you've got outside of work, what else on your goal board that you bet you've already spent the money that you've not even earned?
It's easy done, isn't it? It's like you say, you live to your means, and you just think, oh, a nice car would be nice, and that car plan is that's my ultimate aim.
Yeah.
But having these things that you think you'd never be able to achieve, so 2-car household, a nice house, a couple of holidays a year, that income where you don't have to budget. So where if the boys come home and the shoes are split, I just think to myself, I've not budgeted for that this month. What am I going to do about that? And to not be able to have to think about that, it's a really, really big thing. Right, okay, they need a new pair of shoes. Come on, off we go. Let's go and sort that out. And not have to think about it. That's a really big thing. But then, at the opposite end of the scale, it's like to have those really nice holidays, to take them to Disney, to travel the world, to have those experiences of different cultures, and not just be able to read about them and see them on TV or on the telly and stuff. It's for me to be able to take them there, for them to touch it and to see it, and to educate them, to come back with those experiences that they can talk about for the rest of their lives. It really, really excites me. It really does. And that's really what I want for them.
Oh, it's brilliant. And I think that is everything. It's having memories. It's not all the flash. It's memories for a family.
Yeah.
last a lifetime. But then, like you said at first, just being able to go and get them a new outfit, or if they need new.
Yeah, definitely, and not have to worry about it.
Right.
And not have to worry about it. Definitely.
That peace of mind, and I just don't think you can put price on that peace of mind, and that is what obviously you're looking for, and a lot of people are looking for. So that is why I wanted you to come on this evening, because I know how busy you are, and you've just showed us exactly how you fit into your day with your commute to work and all the bits and pockets of time. And you've shown that it's not just a female business. I know that 70% are females, but guys are absolutely smashing it as well. So thank you for that. And I don't think I had any more questions to ask you. So enjoy the rest of your evening, Michael, and thank you so much for coming on.
Nice to see you. See you soon.
See you soon. Bye.